So many people keep telling me that I need to have a Stratocaster in my guitar collection, and in fact that everybody should have one. Whenever I post a video or a picture with my guitar collection, there are people asking why there's no Strat, or telling me that I should try a Strat or buy a Strat next. And I personally not necessarily agree with the statement that everybody needs a Stratocaster. So I'm making this video to give you some reasoning behind it and also leave a room for some discussion in the comments. After trying many different guitars, including Strats from different price ranges and made in different factories in the USA, in Japan or in Mexico, I can now say that I'm not really a fan of Strats. I would never say they're bad guitars, and I can distinguish a good Strat, but I think they're not for everyone and not really that versatile as many people believe them to be. So first of all, for me, Stratocasters are very specific instruments and their tone is very distinctive. Like, it's hard to make other guitars sound like a Strat, and it's hard to make a Strat sound not like a Strat. I hope you understand what I mean by that. And even though you have 5 pickup positions to switch between, there isn't that much of a tonal variety. It doesn't give you that many options because it will always sound like a Strat. And because that tone is that distinctive, I think it leads to a certain style of playing and a certain approach. And of course, no one can tell you that you can't play other things on a Strat, but I prefer to have guitars that are more suited to my style of playing. And when I get to play a Strat, I tend to feel a bit confused and I don't really know what to play. And I don't really feel inspired by that Strat tone unless I drown it in fuzz, which completely changes the tone. Also, I don't really listen that much to the typical Stratocaster music. And yes, I like John Mayer or Red Hot Chili Peppers, but these aren't my main musical inspirations. And I know most of the famous guitar players probably played a Strat at some point in their career, but my musical inspirations, my guitar heroes, aren't really associated with Strats. They're just known for using different instruments. And as you all know and feel probably, music inspirations and the inspiration for playing the guitar come from guitar players that you admire, that you love listening to. Another factor is that Strats feel a bit basic to me. And I know I may sound like a hipster now, but this is really a thing that I consider when choosing a guitar. For me, the looks of the guitar are very important because that's partially what makes me inspired to play this instrument. And I tend to feel the most inspired by guitars that are in some way unique or original, such as my Gibson Firebird in a rare white color, a double-bound Telecaster in a transparent candy apple red finish, or a Fender Jaguar with a matching headstock in a candy apple red color. They all have some particular features that make them stand out and make me feel inspired to pick them up and play them. And with Strats, I've never really found anything unique because it's a popular guitar model and basically everyone's playing a Strat. And I know this isn't the case for everyone. Many people just look for the playability, the comfort and the tone and don't really care that much about the looks or originality, but that's just what matters a bit to me. I really care about the aesthetics of the guitar. As I said, everyone plays a Strat, and in fact I also played a Strat for a short period of time. Squier Bullet Stratocaster was my first electric guitar back when I started playing. I played it for a couple of months and then decided to buy a Gibson SG. But later I decided to give this Strat a chance and I tried modifying it. I installed new, better electronics and pickups, hoping I could play it more. But honestly, even though the pickups sounded amazing, I didn't really play it, so I sold it. Besides the reasons that I already mentioned, I also see some drawbacks in the design of the Stratocaster. And first of all is the awkward positioning of the pickup switch, the volume control and the middle pickup. They just get in the way when I'm playing and I hit them all the time. Secondly is the floating tremolo system, which isn't really that useful. Moreover, I think the whole design with the strings on the back isn't really that good, and it influences the resonance in a bad way. And the third thing is that the bridge pickup is too bright and too harsh, and since it's not connected to a tone control, it's not really useful for me. And I know there will be people who say that I can fix all these issues if I want, if they bother me that much, but I don't see a point because it's too much effort if I'm not really convinced that I need a Strat anyway. So these are all or most of the reasons why I don't really like Stratocasters. And as I said before, I want to leave the room for the discussion in the comments, so you may share your experiences and thoughts about Stratocasters in the comments below. And of course, I'm always willing to try a different Strat to see how it feels and sounds. And I don't pledge that I'll never ever have a Strat. But for sure, I could never identify as a Strat player. So that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave your comments below, let me know what are your thoughts about Stratocasters. Also, be sure to hit thumbs up on this video, to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and ring the bell to be notified when I post new videos. Also, follow me on Instagram, TikTok to see other guitar content that I'm creating. See you next time, bye!